Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with something pretty cool. I got the Renegade Provisions Gods of Mischief right into this box, but hey, before I'm going into this box, I have to say a huge shout out to Hayden for lending this guy over here, so I'm able to share my impressions with you. And second of all, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. And also, you know what? Check out Fablades.com. Let's see what's going on there. Maybe you have some knives that you're gonna like or some toys that you're gonna find. Who knows? But let's go ahead and check this bad boy out. A pretty cool case right over here. Nice green little sticker going on. You open it up and boom, you have this padded area and little padding also down there. Of course, you got your knife, a little sticker, a card with some informations going on. And guys, look at this. Like in CKF style, you get an extra bag of spare parts like bearings, screws, even look at this stainless steel lock face insert in the box. It's very nice touch when they include spare parts. I love it. Look at this guy. Nice lines, right? Overall length for this fella is gonna be from tip to toe 19.5 centimeters straight edge. It's less than 8 centimeters, and the handle is gonna be 11 and a little bit under 11 and a half centimeters. So it's not a huge knife, but it's like, I would say, like a mid-size. For example, I'm gonna bring a couple in for a size comparison. You can get to see a neon and a F95 size knife, so full size, kind of not full size, and in between you get the God of Mischief. Maybe you are more familiar with a couple of Chris Reeve knives, and here I have a small and large Sebenza 21 to illustrate to you how big this fella is, but you get the idea. And let's check it out, guys, because this thing is well made. It's nice. It is sporting some titanium bolster, black micarta for the scales, very gentle stonewash, kind of blasted almost finish for the titanium bolster, full size backspacer, lanyard option, of course. We got a plague bead, rock and rolling right over here. It is a pretty nice micarta, nice and smooth, is blacked out. You get, of course, these are titanium liners, which is the same chunk of titanium that composes the bolsters. You get 2 screws to hold the micarta scales together. You have some internal chamfering right over here, and you can see it nicely done right over there. Everything is pretty flush. I mean, it's definitely flush. Maybe here you can feel the transition. It's not like a step, but you definitely, with the fingernail, you can kind of feel it, but it's still very well executed. Couple other screws are to hold in place the scale in the back, and you have one that's going through the pocket clip, which in this case is a wire clip. I believe you can also opt for the other version of the not the wire, just the solid one. It is a front flipper. It is reverse flickable, of course, and it works wonder. You can also use the thumb, not like that, but like that. But primarily, this fella is gonna go out with the front flipper action going on right over here. Beautifully jimped all the way around. You can even do it with your index finger. It's gonna work pretty well, but probably the thumb is the preferred deployment method. You get also some titanium pivot collars, which are camouflaged pretty much with the bolsters. I would have preferred something maybe like dark and zirc, I don't know, that probably would have brought up the costs considerably, but still, I believe that a little bit of more contrast between the pretty nicely domed and blind pivot would do a pretty nice job creating some contrast, and in the back as well. But still, it's a nice touch, subtle. The screws are protruding a little bit. These are flush. Construction is quite simple. I mean, you can disassemble this guy fairly easily. You do not have any internal skeletonization, but you do have an internal engraving with the logo. You can probably see it right over here. You have, of course, a stainless steel lock face insert, ceramic detent ball screwed in from the outside, nice and flush when the blade is in the closed position. You have a very well executed chamfering all the way around, so nicely done. Internal chamfering, yeah, a little bit. There's no internal skeletonization, as you can see, so that's going to reflect a little bit in the weight. I kind of appreciate the lanyard option over here. I'm not a lanyard guy, but I think it's kind of disrupting a little bit the look in this area over here, but still not too bad. This clips reminds me of a Spyderco or maybe North Arm Knives Kaha. I was never a fan of this kind of design, but I have to say this guy is going nicely in the pocket. So it is very well designed. It goes in and out with no effort. It's pretty good. Just the look of it. It's not my cup of tea. What is my cup of tea is this groove over here, because it's just gonna be rendering like a nice and comfy grip for the handle. So that's pretty good. Chubby handle a little bit, so it's gonna feel like feeling the hand, so that's very good. Also, the jimping right over here, it's nicely done. Kind of reminds me like a Thorborn jimping, like the feel especially, but this is a little bit less deep, a little bit more shallow, so there's less bite to it, but still is gonna complement nicely this Warncliffe blade, which is kind of, there's some complexity to it. You can see the swedge going on over here. There's some chamfering, of course, around the spine over here. The jimping for the front flipper tab is very nicely executed. There's enough bite to it. And then this guy, you see the swedge just goes down up to the tip. Executed, I would say, very, very nicely, because you can check the precision. You see it right over here where it ends on this side, so it's very symmetrical, executed nicely. I like the belt grind lines, which are perpendicular to the satin look of the flats, straight edge up to the sharpening choil. You have some chamfering also like in this area. Nicely follows the contour of the bolster, which I love. It's just beautifully done. I like this little detail right over here. Nicely done. Good job. Plunge grind also is very nice. You have enough room here to sharpen your knife, to use it as a finger choil for a more advanced position, so it's very good. You have this hole, which has if you can see, look at that. It's not just one chamfer. There's 1, 2, and 3 passes to create this little indentation kind of thing. So you are able to just reverse flick it with your index. You can do, your 5-finger challenge. I'm very bad, you see, but you can kind of do it. And also you can do a front flipping slow roll as well, like this. So very nice action for sure. Very nice blade finish. Is sterile looking. There's nothing going on. There's nothing written, of course, in this M390 steel blade. So I like the cleanliness of it. What I also like, guys, is this sound over here. Not that sound, but this sound over here. That was just not the sound that this guy makes. And clack. It's kind of deep. It's not too loud, it's not quiet, but it's a nice and clacky sound. Very good. When it closes, thank, nice. Also, let's check out the weight of this fella. It's not too heavy. I mean, consider there's also some lanyard and just titanium bead. So in ounces, this fella is going to be, let's see, with the bead, is going to be 4.62. Remove the bead. Yeah, 4.5 ounces. So not like a super lightweight, but there's a lot of material going on. It feels absolutely solid. That's also something I wanted to tell you guys, because it feels like well built, like robustly. There's no flex. It's well put together. This guy is running on bearings, of course. The action is very nice. Front flipping action. It has several ways to deploy this blade. I mean, it's pretty fidgety. You can do this. You can kind of, do that. You can do this. I mean, you can really deploy it whenever, wherever, however you like. Probably the reverse flick is my preferred deployment method, because it's so satisfactory when you do that. So, I mean, in the hand, this guy, I said, it feels just feeling the hand because it's a little bit on the chubby side, but I like it. It just feels sturdy, nice. You see this thumb ramp kind of thing, it just pretty good. It's positioned nicely in the hand. So the only thing probably really not a super fan of is the straight edge of the Warncliffe. I like kind of a little bit of a belly, but that's just me. It's overall a pretty cool knife. I think these guys are $350. Pretty much that's gonna be the ballpark for this fella if you wanna check one of them out, and it's gonna be a nice experience because it looks good, nice materials employed. It's not gonna break the bank. It sounds okay and feels just right in the hand. So there you have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.